Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. Ramen, a dish that has become synonymous with Japanese cuisine, is much more than just a bowl of noodles and broth. Its history is a rich tapestry of cultural exchange, innovation, and adaptation that spans centuries and crosses borders. To understand ramen's journey, we must delve into its origins, explore its evolution, and examine how it has become a global culinary phenomenon. This video will take you through the fascinating history of ramen, from its ancient beginnings to its current status as a beloved dish worldwide. The story of ramen begins not in Japan, but in China. The origins of ramen can be traced back to Chinese noodles, specifically to a dish known as lamian, which means hand-pulled noodles. Lamian has been a staple in Chinese cuisine for centuries, with records indicating its presence as far back as the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE. These noodles were made by stretching and folding dough until it formed long, thin strands, a technique that required significant skill and practice. The connection between Chinese noodles and Japanese ramen is not merely linguistic. In the 19th century, Chinese immigrants began settling in Japan, bringing with them their culinary traditions. It was during this period that the Japanese were introduced to lamian and other Chinese noodle dishes. Initially, these dishes were considered foreign and exotic, served primarily in Chinese restaurants and enjoyed by the Chinese expatriate community. The early 20th century marked a turning point for ramen in Japan. Following the Meiji Restoration in 1868, Japan underwent rapid modernization and industrialization, which included an influx of foreign cultures and cuisines. By the early 1900s, Chinese restaurants had become more common in Japan's port cities, particularly Yokohama. These establishments began serving a noodle soup known as shina soba, which translates to Chinese soba. This dish, made with Chinese-style wheat noodles in a broth flavored with soy sauce or miso, was the precursor to modern ramen. The popularity of shina soba grew steadily, particularly among the working class, who appreciated its affordability and heartiness. Street vendors, known as yatai, played a significant role in spreading the dish. These mobile food stalls would set up in busy areas, offering quick, inexpensive meals to laborers and students. The portability and convenience of shina soba made it an ideal street food, further cementing its place in Japanese culinary culture. The aftermath of World War II brought significant changes to Japan, including to its culinary landscape. The food shortages that plagued the country during the war led to an increased reliance on imported foodstuffs, particularly wheat from the United States. This influx of wheat coincided with the introduction of new food production technologies, including instant noodles, which would revolutionize ramen. In 1958, a significant milestone in the history of ramen occurred with the invention of instant noodles by Momofuku Ando, the founder of Nissin Foods. Ando's creation, known as chicken ramen, was an instant success. The convenience of having a ready-to-eat meal that required only hot water appealed to a wide audience, from busy families to college students. Instant noodles democratized ramen, making it accessible to people from all walks of life and setting the stage for ramen's global spread. As ramen became more entrenched in Japanese culture, it began to influence and be influenced by popular culture. The 1980s and 1990s saw a ramen boom in Japan, with the dish becoming a subject of fascination in media and entertainment. Manga, anime, and television dramas frequently featured ramen, further popularizing it and adding to its mystique. One of the most iconic representations of ramen in Japanese pop culture is the 1985 film Tampopo, directed by Juzo Itami. Often described as a ramen western, the film is a comedic exploration of the quest to create the perfect bowl of ramen. Tampopo not only celebrated ramen, but also highlighted the cultural significance and ritualistic aspects of its preparation and consumption. The film's success helped elevate ramen from a simple comfort food to a cultural icon. One of the most fascinating aspects of ramen is its regional diversity within Japan. Different areas have developed their own unique styles of ramen, each with distinct ingredients, flavors, and preparation methods. These regional varieties reflect local tastes, traditions, and available ingredients, showcasing the versatility and adaptability of ramen. For instance, Sapporo in Hokkaido is famous for its rich, hearty miso ramen, often topped with butter and corn. This style is well suited to the region's cold climate, providing warmth and sustenance. In contrast, Hakata ramen from Fukuoka features a milky pork-based tonkatsu broth and thin, straight noodles, reflecting the region's preference for intense, savory flavors. Tokyo-style ramen, characterized by its soy-based shoyu broth and curly noodles, is another popular variety. This style often incorporates seafood or chicken stock, reflecting Tokyo's coastal location and culinary heritage. Meanwhile, Kitakata ramen from Fukushima is known for its clear soy-based broth and thick wavy noodles, often accompanied by pork belly and green onions. These regional differences not only add to the richness of Japan's culinary landscape, but also contribute to the ongoing evolution of ramen, as chefs continue to experiment and innovate. The globalization of ramen began in earnest in the latter half of the 20th century. As Japan's economy grew and Japanese culture gained international prominence, ramen began to spread beyond its borders. The rise of Japanese restaurants in major cities around the world introduced many people to ramen for the first time. Additionally, the export of instant noodles played a crucial role in popularizing ramen on a global scale. In the United States, ramen shops started to appear in the 1970s and 1980s, primarily in cities with large Japanese populations, such as Los Angeles and New York. These early ramen shops catered mainly to expatriates and adventurous food enthusiasts. However, the 21st century saw a significant increase in the popularity of ramen, driven by a growing interest in authentic and diverse culinary experiences. While traditional ramen shops have flourished, the impact of instant ramen cannot be overstated. Instant noodles have become a global staple, consumed by millions of people across the world. The convenience, affordability, and long shelf life of instant noodles have made them a popular choice for a wide range of consumers, from busy professionals to students to people in developing countries. Instant ramen has also inspired creativity and innovation. Home cooks and chefs alike have experimented with instant noodles, using them as a base for more elaborate dishes or incorporating them into entirely new recipes. This adaptability has further cemented instant ramen's place in global food culture. The history of ramen is a testament to the power of cultural exchange, innovation, and adaptation. From its humble beginnings as Chinese hand-pulled noodles to its current status as a global culinary phenomenon, ramen has undergone a remarkable journey. Its evolution reflects the changing tastes, traditions, and influences of the societies that have embraced it. Ramen's story is far from over. As it continues to inspire chefs, delight diners, and adapt to new contexts, ramen remains a dynamic and evolving dish. Its rich history and cultural significance ensure that it will continue to be cherished and celebrated for generations to come. Whether enjoyed in a high-end restaurant, a bustling street stall, or the comfort of one's home, ramen remains a symbol of culinary creativity and cultural connection. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.